we and other organisms need energy to do, well, everything really. This energy comes from the reactions of respiration. The chemical reactions that occur inside cells are controlled by enzymes. All of these reactions involved in respiration are catalyzed by enzymes. These are really important reactions, as respiration transfers the energy that the cell needs to do just about everything. This energy is used for all living processes. Respiration is not breathing in and breathing out as you might think. Respiration is the process of transferring energy from the breakdown of glucose, and it goes on in every cell in your body continuously. Respiration happens in plants too. All living things respire. It's how they release energy from their food. Respiration is the process of transferring energy from glucose, which goes on in every cell. Respiration is exothermic. It transfers energy to the environment. Aerobic respiration is respiration using oxygen. It's the most efficient way to transfer energy from glucose. Aerobic respiration goes on all the time in plants and animals. Most of the reactions in aerobic respiration happen inside cell structures called mitochondria. You'll need to learn the overall word equation for aerobic respiration. Glucose plus oxygen makes carbon dioxide plus water. There's a symbol equation for aerobic respiration too. The symbol for glucose is C6H12O6. Oxygen is O2, but you would need 6 to make sure the equation's balanced. Carbon dioxide, CO2, but again, you would need 6 to balance the equation. And H2O, water, 6 to balance the equation. The energy from respiration is used to fuel all sorts of processes. You need to know about the following ways in which the organisms may use energy from respiration. Organisms use energy to build up larger molecules from smaller ones, like making proteins from amino acids, making fats from fatty acids and glycerol, making starch from glucose. Animals use energy to allow their muscles to contract, which in turn allows them to move about. Mammals and birds use energy to keep their body temperatures steady. Unlike other animals, mammals and birds keep their bodies constantly warm. When you do vigorous exercise and your body can't supply enough oxygen to your muscles, they start doing anaerobic respiration as well as aerobic respiration. Anaerobic just means without oxygen. It's the incomplete breakdown of glucose, making lactic acid. Here's the word equation for anaerobic respiration in muscle cells. Glucose to lactic acid. Anaerobic respiration does not transfer nearly as much energy as aerobic respiration. This is because glucose isn't fully oxidized because it doesn't combine with the oxygen. So anaerobic respiration is only useful in emergencies. For example, during exercise when it allows you to keep on using your muscles for a while longer. After resorting to anaerobic respiration, when you stop exercising, you'll have an oxygen debt. An oxygen debt is the amount of extra oxygen your body needs after exercise. In other words, you have to repay the oxygen that you didn't get to your muscles in time because your lungs, heart, and blood couldn't keep up with the demand earlier on. This means you have to keep breathing hard for a while after you stop to get more oxygen into your blood, which is transported to the muscle cells. Anaerobic respiration in plants and yeast is slightly different. Plants and yeast cells can respire without oxygen too, but they produce ethanol, an alcohol, and carbon dioxide instead of lactic acid. You'll need to learn the overall word equation for anaerobic respiration in plants and yeast cells. Glucose to ethanol plus carbon dioxide. Anaerobic respiration in yeast cells is called fermentation. In the food and drinks industry, fermentation by yeast is of great value because it's used to make bread and alcoholic drinks, like beer and wine. In bread making, it's the carbon dioxide from fermentation that makes the bread rise. In beer and wine making, it's the fermentation process that produces the alcohol. You'll need to be able to compare aerobic and anaerobic respiration, looking at whether oxygen is needed, what products are made, and how much energy is transferred. This table is in your book from the lessons. I hope you've found this video useful. Now make sure you remember to answer the question attached to this video on Google Classroom.